2021 Income Requirements for Spouse Visas. This is Fred Wahl, the VisaCoach. Today's topic is, what are the income requirements in 2021 to be eligible for a spouse visa? In order to successfully be approved for a CR1 or IR1 visa that allows your spouse to travel to the USA, U.S. immigration must be confident that you, the U.S. sponsor, have enough financial strength to support and feed your future family. They must be convinced that there is no chance your new family would need public benefits such as welfare or food stamps to survive. And it's critical that you understand before you apply what the requirements are in order to avoid surprises and denial. I am Fred Wahl, the VisaCoach, and I work for you to prepare and craft your applications to submit to U.S. immigration. Sometimes callers ask me, do I fill in the forms for them or do they have to do it themselves? Well, absolutely. It'll be me filling in all the needed forms and putting together your application. Now, after we submit your application, I do not abandon you. I remain with you on this journey. I continue by your side, personally helping and guiding you until that happy day your foreign partner calls to say, well, she or he is on the way. Today I will share with you what the financial requirements in 2021 are and how to demonstrate, well, that you meet them. And if you can't meet them, what you can do about it. Now, on to today's topic. What are the income requirements to obtain a spouse visa in 2021? In order to successfully be approved for a CR1 or IR1 spouse visa that allows your foreign spouse to enter the USA and take up permanent residence with you, U.S. immigration must be confident that you, the U.S. sponsor, have enough financial strength to support and feed your family. They must be convinced there is no chance your new family would need public benefits, such as welfare or food stamps, to survive. The financial requirement is that your income must be over 125% of the poverty income level based on the number of people you have to support in the state where you live. Now, each year, the Department of Health and Human Services publishes their poverty guidelines. As announced in 2021, the guidelines have risen for a household of 2 persons by $225 from last year. And for residents in the continental U.S., the financial eligibility requirements for spouse visas are as follows. Required annual income is $21,775 if there are 2 persons in the family or household, $27,450 if there are 3 persons in the family or household, $33,125 if there are 4 persons in the family or household. And for each additional person, add $5,675. Now, the financial eligibility thresholds are lower for active military, thank you for your service, and higher for residents who live in Alaska or Hawaii. Proving your income. Now, normally, you provide your most recent federal tax return, 3 to 6 pay stubs showing your year-to-date earnings, plus a letter from your employer confirming your job and what your expected annual pay is. Cash assets can be used as an alternative to this income. So in some cases, as your income might be low, but you have, money in the bank, cash assets can be used as a substitute for annual income. And cash assets are assets which can be easily converted, that means sold, to cash. For example, stocks, bonds, certificates of deposit, cash in a checking account can all be used. But other assets that cannot be easily turned to cash, with the exception of equity in your home, are not usable. Now, $5 of cash assets is the equivalent of $1 annual income. So, for example, if you are retired living in the continental USA and you got no income and no dependents, you would need to have 5 times $21,775 or $108,875 of cash assets to qualify for the spouse visa. And alternatively, a combination of income and assets will work. For example, if your income is $10,000 per year, that means your annual income is short by $11,775. So you would need to have 5 times that amount, or $58,875 cash or convertible assets to qualify. Now this is calculated by subtracting $10,000 from the annual requirement of $21,775, and then the difference of $11,775 times 5 equals $58,875 of cash assets needed. Now what if you don't have enough income or assets? Well, in that case, you would ask a relative or a friend to act as your joint sponsor. Just like buying a car, a second person could, well, co-sign your loan. In this case, he is a financial joint sponsor to your application, and he is guaranteeing that your household will not need welfare or public benefits. Now, when a joint sponsor is used, the size of the household increases. The combined household for the financial calculations would include the household size of the sponsor combined with the household size of the co-sponsor. So, for example, you ask your father to joint sponsor. Your household is just 2 persons, you and your new spouse. But your father's household is your father, mother, and the 2 siblings living at home. Thus, the combined income would be 6 persons. And the combined income for both sponsor and joint sponsor would need to be $44,475 or more to qualify. This was Fred Wahl, the Visa Coach, here to personally guide you on this journey. Now, click here to sign up for our monthly newsletter and receive bonus ebooks. Here for YouTube's recommendation. Here for the full playlist of recent videos on spouse visas. And here to subscribe to our channel.